What is up, guys? We are back with a different GM mode. Winnipeg ended, unfortunately, not on a good note. We got kicked out of the first round of the playoffs by Anaheim, and the Winnipeg owners didn't like that we didn't win the Stanley Cup in 10 years, so they fired us on good terms because we did quite a bit for them, but just wasn't enough. So we're going to make a new GM, and I'll cut this part out if I need to. We'll leave all this stuff. Waivers are gonna be off. GM firing off. CPU, the trade difficulty will be medium. I think the rosters are up to date. Salary cap on. Okay. And no waivers off. Go without injuries again. I usually have some pretty bad luck, although we can't set that here. We'll do that on the other screen. Advance. I already know what team I want to do. Obviously not going to be Jersey. We did that in NHL 14. It will be the Carolina Hurricanes. So this is a team I think is like, I don't know whether to make of that, if they're good or what, because hold on, my phone's ringing. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I'll remember to edit that out because you guys don't need to hear my conversations on the phone. But yep, we're gonna be the Carolina Hurricanes. We'll just be general manager. It doesn't matter. I mean, what when you actually see that pop up. Oh, actually, something I forgot. Set the GM length to 10, so we don't go overboard. All right, now, yeah. All right. So, as I was saying, I think this is a team that is sort of on the brink of reaching the playoffs, but not there yet because they don't have the depth, I don't think. Just create the save file real quick. Okay. So, oh, and something else I wanted to mention. Unfortunately, my Ilya Kovalchuk series and the Columbus Blue Jackets season series is gonna have to stop because I lost the files. I mean, I did a whole, almost the whole season of gameplay when I was sick. I tried to do it with no commentary, and then literally right after Christmas, my computer had to factory reset itself, so I lost pretty much everything there. And as for the Ilya Kovalchuk thing, my what's it called? The file was corrupted, so neither of those series are going to continue any further. So sorry about that for any of you who actually watched those two series. But that means we can go on with our GM modes, and obviously new GM mode were the Carolina Hurricanes. So let's check, without further ado, let's check out the rosters. We'll check out the contracts. So obviously we got the Stahl brothers, Skinner. We'll take a look at it by forwards and defensemen. Alexander Semin, Jay McClement. Oh dear. Yep, this is where it drops off right here. Yuri Talusti, Riley Nash. I was about to say Rick. Nathan Gerby. Uh, is I never learned how to say that name. Is that Eliaj or is that Elias? I'm gonna say Elias Lindholm. I don't think it's Eliaj. Let me just check his nationality. Swedish. Yeah, I don't think it's Elias. Yeah, it's probably Elias. Elias Lindholm, Pat Dwyer, Victor Rask, Chris Terry, Brad Malone. Oh, jeez. Is besides the first line, not really too confident with this lineup. I mean, we could run with these three, but everyone below that, I just don't. I can't see most of these players staying on this roster too long. We'll go defense. Sakara, Falk, Gleason, Hainsey, Lyles, and Murphy would be the top six. And then Bellamore is the extra. Ooh, not looking too great, boys. And then got Cam Ward and Kadabin in net. Obviously, since this is a game, we'll be going with Cam Ward. Just for now, I want to see how he performs on this team in this simulation. If not, we'll make a trade for a younger goalie, or we'll go through the draft like we did for Julio Belia in our Winnipeg GM mode. So obviously, besides the first line, this roster has quite a bit of patching that needs to be done. So let's go to the scouting assignment right away. We'll go for 6 weeks. Where should we start? I think we need to start forward. Yeah, because we're really low on that stuff. Barzal. Let's go by projection. Obviously Connor McDavid and Strome and all these guys. So yeah, we'll go OHL. Before I forget, let's turn the injuries off. Don't want any of that happening. Very good. Alright, let's go to roster moves now. Actually, I forgot to check who's in the AHL. Oop. Alright, so in the AHL, best player is Zach Boychuk, and then after that, Michael Jordan apparently is playing hockey now, and he looks a lot younger and is white. So don't take offense to that. Just a little joke, obviously. I mean, Michael Jordan. That's funny. Brock McGinn, Patrick Brown, Ben Holmstrom. So I mean, you got some depth in the AHL there, but I mean that doesn't really matter. Best prospect is Hayden Fleury. Yeah, we need to do quite a bit of scouting. There's not really anything good going on as far as your young guys here in Carolina. Yeah. I mean, obviously Lindholm, got Skinner and Stahl, who are still sort of potential, but they're going to be old eventually. Well, Skinner is still 22, so he's got some growing to do, but Jordan Stahl's 26 already. So yeah, we got quite the patch job to do. We already went to scouting. Let's go to coaching options, edit lines, just do best lines. There we go. Let's stack the first line, just see how it does. We'll make oh god, we'll put Talusti as the second line center, then Simoning, Gerby, and then McClement, Riley Nash, and Elias Lindholm. Actually, McClement I know has pretty good face-off. Yeah, 85, so we'll keep him in there. And then, yeah. Oh dear. This doesn't look too good, boys. Elias Lindholm there. Oh, we're just gonna have to I don't know whether we should tank this year, trade Stahl, or the Stahl brothers actually. I don't know what we should do. It's this lineup worries me. Besides the Stahl brothers and Skinner, yeah. Check the jerseys out. Okay, so Eric Stahl, Jordan Stahl, and Justin Falk. That seems about right. Yeah. Okay. Let's check the GM tracker real quick. No, nothing I really want to upgrade there that I can afford. I guess let's simulate the preseason. We'll go up to October 9th. Yeah, I'll be surprised if we even win 40 this year. I mean, if the first half of the season doesn't look too good, then we're obviously going to make some trades at the trade deadline or at the draft. But I mean, preseason's looking good so far. But preseason doesn't matter. So we'll just have to either hope we tank or hope we just run with it for the entire season. Apparently we didn't lose in regulation in the preseason, so hopefully that's a good omen. But I mean, I doubt it with this lineup. But we're just gonna have our fingers crossed. Let's simulate the first game of the Carolina GM mode. Ooh, not off to a great start. Yeah, Islanders beat us 6-3. Here's the box score for you guys. Yep. Alright. Hold on. So we started the scout there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So perfect. That takes us up to November 1st. And we'll watch it up till there. Ooh, yeah, not up to a great start. This is kind of what I expected. Let's see. Yep. There you go. First one of the season against the Rangers. But yeah, pretty much what I expected. I mean, when your highest overall is an 83 on the second line, that's kind of bad. Winnipeg, our old team. We won against them. So showing the Winnipeg owners something. Hey, we're turning around a little bit. Edmonton's doing great. Holy God. Yeah, they beat us too. Oh, scout. Go back to the OHL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we'll go up to the Devils game on December 8th. Nice win. I mean, I don't really know what to make of this team yet. Obviously, with only 8 games played, it's still kind of hard to judge. But just by looking at the lineup, I think we're going to need to make some trades by the trade deadline or the drafts. I mean, if the team can prove us wrong, then I'll be fine with that. Obviously, if we're winning, then there's no reason to trade anyone. But I mean, the rate we're going now doesn't look like we'll have too great of a chance of making the playoffs. So, oh, Columbus 2-7-3. I'm just trying to think of any. Oh, nice win there. Well, it was against Columbus, who 2-7-3. So well, 2-8-3 now. I'm just trying to think of any possible moves we might be able to make. Maybe trade the Stahl brothers if we're really tanking it. Keep Skinner obviously because he's only 22. But and even maybe trade Cam Ward as well. Because at that point we would need to unload all of our talents to get younger players and maybe build through free agency a little bit. But obviously the best type of rebuild is through the draft. So I mean, you rarely ever see a team that can build an entire team just through free agency and through players they already have when they're doing terrible. So I mean, somehow the Red Wings and the Red Wings seem to do it quite often, but and the Devils back in their day did. So I mean but that's like 2 teams out of 30. So I'm thinking we're gonna need to do some moves at the very least at the offseason. Let's upgrade our amateur scout because that needs to go up quite a bit. And we should have the scout up next week. Just got to get through Nashville and Washington. Washington was actually one of the other teams I was considering along with Ottawa. But I didn't exactly want to do 2 Canadian teams in a row. It'd be unfair. And I feel like Washington would be a cup contender like year 1 just because of Ovechkin and Backstrom. Although you still got like a few pieces to fill in there in Washington, but I feel like they could go far if you just get those few pieces. So McDavid's 4.5 star. Let's just keep scouting the OHL because I want to try to get as much talent as possible. And usually the Canadian leagues have the most talent in the first 3 or 4 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we'll go up to this Toronto game, and that should bring us up to the All-Star break. So we'll analyze the roster when that happens. So lost to Tampa Bay 4-1, but we're 14-11-3, so we're at NHL 500. So I mean, well, not anymore. But I think if we just thought out our rebuild process, we could. I mean, if we were rebuilding, we might be able to get back on our feet in like 1 or 2 years. We might have to chuck the rookie game as well right before the draft, because you can see the overalls of the players and you can write down who might have the best potential out of those just by looking at their overall. So I mean, we're winning more games than I expected. So at this point, I think we're on pace for about 45, 43, maybe 44 wins. So it's looking good currently. Oh, come on, boys. I was just saying how good we were doing lately, and you're gonna ruin it now? Come on. Really? 8-2. Come on now. If it's gonna be a loss, at least make it an overtime loss, so you get a point out of it. Well, they listened on the overtime loss, but I prefer a win. Come on, boys. There you go. Jeff Skinner leading our team with 16 goals. Eric Stahl leading with 23 assists. Ron Hainsey's plus 13. And Cam Ward's got the majority of the wins with 18. Got pretty similar record to St. Louis. Oh, Colorado, they were exceptional. We beat them. So Vancouver and Ottawa got a Canadian trip here. Well, not exactly. It's home and away. So 2 Canadian teams in a row, though. Ottawa, a pretty similar record as us, and we lose in regulation, nonetheless. And then here's that game against Toronto that we're not going to play until after I do the scout. So just forwards OHL 6 weeks. There you go, and it appears McDavid's potential drop back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll go up right up to this game against Chicago. Wow, this is a long video. We beat the Leafs 7-2. That's good. Yeah, I think we'll end it off at the trade deadline because this is getting to be a pretty long video, at least for me, because there should be about like a 2 or 3 minute difference just because of the stoppage that I had early on in the video. Alright, so good win there against Tampa Bay. Let's see how we do against St. Louis. And was that an overtime loss? If it was, then whatever. There you go, nice win against the Rangers. Anaheim. Overtime loss, I think. Arizona Coyotes. There you go. There you go. San Jose, they're not doing too bad, but they could be doing better. Sort of like us. Come on, let's go. There you go. Nice win. We got Anaheim and Minnesota coming up from the home ice fans at Anaheim. Or rather at the whatever the Carolinas rink is called. PNC Bank, is it? I don't know. I don't know too much about the Carolina Hurricanes, unfortunately. I feel like they'd be a fun team to watch just because of Stahl and Skinner. And what's going on with Cam Ward? I mean, seems like Khudobin's pretty much taken his playing time since a couple years ago. So is he like just not in form or whatever? Is he not performing up to par? I mean, that's just it's been baffling me for the past like couple of years because just because how a backup goalie took over for Cam Ward. I mean, and more importantly, if Cam Ward is that bad, then why is he an 88 overall? Is he just in just a big slump? I mean, just what's going on with him? I don't know. As I said, I don't pay enough attention to the Hurricanes to really understand what's going on over there. Although I think it's something to do with your depth is the reason why you're not making the playoffs. Although, as for Cam Ward, I'm absolutely clueless. Let's go back to the O. We'll just go completely OHL this year. I mean, yeah, they're not even done scouting McDavid yet, so let's take a look at the stats real quick because this video is getting extremely long. Just a quick look. Eric Stahl has the most points with 50, and Skinner has 49. Most goals, Skinner has 24. Stahl has 32 assists. Gleason has the most penalty minutes. Ron Hainsey has plus 21. Skinner has 7 power play goals and 1 short-handed as well. Stahl has 6 game winners. I don't know why I'm going through all these pointless stats. Let's check out how Cam Ward and Kedavin are doing. Ward is doing a lot better. In 51 games, 2.29. So Ward is actually doing very good. 7 shutouts too. Even an assist in there. So I think Ward can still play for a few more years. Because I know he's only 30 or 31. So yeah, he's 31 now. He was 30 when we started. But yeah, I think he can still play. To be honest, I think he really can. Jeez, he was down the AHL? It's crazy. Alright, yep. So that'll be it for the stats. Let's check out the team standings real quick. Wow, this video is getting long. It's like 25 minutes now. Must be at least. So we're 18th in the league with points. Goals for per game, 23rd, so not too great. Goals against per game, we're 3rd. So our defense or our goaltending doesn't need to be changed. It's our goals for. I think that has something to do with our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th line not being good enough depth-wise. Our power play is absolutely atrocious. I mean, almost tied for dead last in the league. You know, what's the top power play? 23.0 is the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I'd prefer if we could be up around where Florida and Chicago are for power play. Penalty kill is good. I have no complaints if it's like 84 or above. When you get down to like Winnipeg's level for penalty kill, that's when you start changing stuff up. And when you're at Colorado's level, you really gotta make a trade there or something, because there's something going on there, or at least make a line change. Goodness gracious. But yeah, this video is getting extremely long, so we'll end it off here, and hopefully you guys like this, enjoy this series as much as you did the Winnipeg, hopefully more, and